Hello.
Welcome to Where
Worlds Collide. We will get that better one day. Today we've decided to discuss books to films.
Or TV series.
Essentially, books to screen or screens to books. I mean, we touched on this last time a little. And
I talked about atonement a lot.
You did. Possibly we noticed that. I don't know.
Whoopsie. Let's get started. Let's go with this book here, which is a wonderful book.
Which is randomly non-fiction as well.
It's a non-fiction book, but I think it still counts, don't you?
It all counts. It all counts.
It had its own adaptation to a series. So this is Gonna Hurt by Adam Kay, who used to be an NHS doctor, and an event occurs which then sort of changes his mind, and he's like, no, I can't do this anymore. And he studied for so many years, and this is basically extracts of his diary that he wrote while he was going up through the ranks of being a doctor and the various stages and levels they've got to pass to get to that highest point. And it was adapted into a TV show featuring a lovely actor that I've forgotten.
Oh dear. Never mind. It was very good. And I've seen the show. I haven't read the book. I've read excerpts of the book.
I was really excited though when I found out this was going to become a TV show, because I love the book so much. There's it's almost dark humour in here. I worked with a lady called Chris. Shout out Chris, hi. Who recommended this book to me for ages. She had a proof copy when we worked together at Waterstones and was like, you will love this, read this book. And I was like, no, don't worry about it, it's fine. And then she lent it to me, and I think I read it in about 24 hours. It's like when you love a book, you just get through it and you eat your way through it. When I was really excited when this was going to be made into a TV show. They made the TV show slightly different to the book in terms of it follows a couple of perspectives, I guess, of a couple of different doctors, and the way it was portrayed was just, it felt really real. Like, obviously I know this is non-fiction, so it's real, but like the way the TV show dramatised it felt real, didn't it? And you really enjoyed it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, that's my first pick. Let's present yours to the collective.
This feels a bit like a cheat, because we talked about Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir
with the beautiful Ryan Gosling.
Yes, it was very good. I know just watched it again the other day. Really enjoyed it.
Shout out Ryan.
But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is The Martian, which was a fantastic book, and that I heartily recommend. And if you've only just connected with that, you really should get to The Martian now. We'll have to magically make a cover of The Martian appear, because I don't know where I've put my copy. I suspect...
I think because you've loved it so much, you've lent it to someone.
I've lent it to somebody
to share the love.
And I can't remember where it's gone. Yes. But I have a slightly I'd say controversial view. That I think you should see the film first. Watch the film first, because there's only a couple of exciting moments at all. I mean, it's very good, but there's only a couple of like, what's going to happen? Now, I would say watch the movie first. It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful film where you've got vistas of Mars. We don't get to see the vistas of Mars. We don't live there. I mean, Mr. Musk might want us to go there with chips in our heads and all the electric vehicles money can buy. But it's not something that's easy to imagine. And
does Matt Damon portray an astronaut very well?
He does. He always does. He's a lovely man. I'm sure he never gets tired of people going, Matt Damon. Matt Damon. But never mind. That's by the by. I'd recommend watching the film. It doesn't ruin anything, because the book, when you get to actually read the book, whereas the film is very much a visual experience.
Beautiful Technicolor.
Well, yeah, and lots of the science sell of this stuff, which is a line you will hear a lot. But the book is much more internal. It's much more a person stranded, alone, dealing with things. And the few exciting moments where something goes wrong, when something goes skew on treadle. It's not so shocking in the book because you're reading it, whereas it really does ruin the fun of the film.
Did you? So you read the book before you saw the movie?
Yes, and then essentially what is quite a slow burn of a movie, when you sit there going, oh, I know what happens here, that takes the edge off of what could have been quite a decent shock. So for me, and my advice to you, in my opinion, watch the movie first. I recommend both. Do both.
So I know we've talked a lot about Project Hail Mary, but I just want to put in for that, I had a slightly different experience in that I started listening to the audiobook, hadn't quite got through it when the movie came out, so didn't have the shocks that occur in the movie. So I didn't have them already in my head.
Yeah.
So I think that's what made me cry more in the cinema, was because I loved... I did. Multiple times,
Yes.
in fact. And I'm not afraid to admit it. We all have a good cry. But the movie was, like you say, with The Martian, but with Project Hail Mary, it was visually stunning. And for a movie that's only got essentially 2 characters in it. Amaze. Fist my bump. Doesn't mean what you think it's going to mean. Essentially, it's 2 characters, isn't it? And a lot of flashbacks, but it's played so well. And then in the book, because you're hearing everything from Grace's point of view, it's internal thoughts that you don't get through the movie. So in their own way, they're both beautiful and stunning. And just, I think the audiobook for me is the king of the Project Hail Mary, if we're going to put it that way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I needed to put that in there. I can't stop talking about Project Hail Mary.
No, you can't. You're addicted. So what you got next?
Oh, so my next book that I'm bringing to the table is Daisy Jones and the Six. So
I notice you're cheating here. It's a lot of TV shows.
Yeah, I'm a TV show girl. I'm a TV show girly. I think because you can break it down into multiple parts, you potentially get more of a story out of it, I guess, than like the movie is very condensed into like an hour and a half of your time or 2 hours of your time that you need to fit into, unless you're going to do a Dune and split it into a trilogy. But yeah, the detail in this. I came across this book again when I worked in Warstones. It's just going to be my tagline at this point, along with If You Know, You Know. Something intrigued me. I think this was on Instagram a lot at the time, and I was like, oh, I'm a bit intrigued by that. Like the cover, and a lot of people were describing it as sort of like a fictionalized version of the Fleetwood Mac story, or what went down within the Fleetwood Mac band. And I love music and musical stories and non-fiction, a lot of music biographies, I guess.
Yeah, you do read a lot more non-fiction than I do.
And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give this book a go. It's written in sort of an interview style. So there's an interviewer interviewing all these members of the band and trying to get all these different stories out of them, like sort of when they were on tour and like the happenings between band members and different little sort of crazy stories and what happened back in the day.
I can't quite remember which channel was showing Daisy Jones.
I think it was Prime.
Okay. There you go, Mr. Bezos. You can have that one for free.
But the show itself was really, really good. They made an original soundtrack, didn't they? Which you still have songs on your Spotify of them.
I do, sadly.
The main girl that is in the series is Elvis Presley's granddaughter. Fun fact. And the guy I've seen in something else. He was in Me Before You. But yeah, Daisy Jones. It was just a beautiful, I want to say 10-parter, but I don't want to confuse the viewers if that's not true. The songs were great. The acting was great. It made you want more. They only did one series because I think they covered all the bits of the book. And there's a cute little twist as well in there, isn't there, at the end? But that's my second book I've brought to the table. What do you have for us?
Well,
what's your movie, Mr. Movie Man? Mark Commode that you are.
Shush. I'm going for a very old one. Had the
oldie but a goodie.
Possibly one of the bestest. It was written in 1974. It was brought to the cinema in 1975, and it was the first big summer blockbuster, I guess. Peter Benchley's Jaws. Steven Spielberg's, indeed. Steven Spielberg's first epic movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was a complete... I love Jaws. I never get tired of Jaws. I probably watched Jaws as a movie...
I've got an anecdote about the Jaws movie, but you carry on.
Okay. I probably watch Jaws at least once a year. I can't help myself. I love it. Now, the reason I chose Jaws, apart from the fact that it's, I think iconic, and the fact it was so difficult to film, and they had so many problems, and all of the behind the scenes. Knowing, the more I know, the more I enjoy the film and everything it brings. I love the characters, love all the moments. An amazing film that obviously I watched when I was very young, and I didn't see it in 75 because I would have been 6.
I don't think you should have watched Jaws at 6 years old.
But I did see it when I was about 12, and I'm not sure that was healthy either. But I've loved it ever since. It's another one of those ones that I've seen as a young man. Never get tired of it. I can probably live without the additional many 3s and 4s of Jaws, but Jaws 1, Jaws 2, I felt were very good films. Now, this book, and the reason I'm talking about this today, did something very different. There was a lot of rewriting, and the interaction of the characters, which I loved in the movie, was so different within the book. Even though it was the same characters, their interactions were all different, and I felt that made reading the book also very fulfilling. It added new layers of things, and although very different to the film, it was different enough that I didn't feel like I just rehashed the same story again. So I really love that. I recommend Jaws to anybody, any day of the week. It's not quite what you thought it was going to be, and I think it's well worth anybody's time and energy in that. So,
did you know there's a Jaws the musical?
That does not surprise me. I don't know if I want to see that. I'm just going to be judgmental on that right now.
But I think you shouldn't judge a play by its cover.
I can.
Cover song.
I can. And how does it? How I don't even know. I don't want to know. I don't know. It's just going to
ruin it.
It might ruin it.
Well, apparently they have really nice merch at the Jaws musical.
Of course, they have really nice merch.
I love merch.
Yes.
My anecdote about Jaws.
Yes.
For anyone that actually cares, a lot of my stories will come from when I was at school, because there's like a key time in your life when you end up having all these memories that you're then terrified of for the rest of time. We had to do, this is media studies GCSE. Shout out to my old teacher, Mr. Willis. He was great and showed us loads of sitcoms, and we had to do how sound affects a movie and like how the soundtrack affects a movie. And the movie that he decided to show us, he had it on the smartboard, but he covered the lens that was showing the picture, so you could only hear the sound of it. And it was the start of Jaws, so it's the da-da, da-da, and that terrified me as I want to say 15, 16-year-old sat in a dark classroom. And the fact that you can't see what's happening, I think, was more terrifying, because when someone says Jaws, you go, that's a movie about sharks and a shark attack. I'd never seen it, and then I couldn't watch it till maybe I was about 30, because I was just so scared of it. I'm a big scaredy cat.
It's a brilliant, just the fact that the shark didn't work. They had loads of issues. Steven Spielberg was convinced they wanted to film at sea or on the ocean, and then everybody told him not to, but he did it anyway, and then they had nothing but problems because of that. And the film was better for all the workarounds and all the bits they had to change how they did it, because the shark kept breaking down, it wouldn't work, they had nothing but aggro, and they relied on that whole camera moving through as one of the key workarounds, which I still think is a brilliant way to do that, deliver that sort of, especially with the music, just amazing.
Do you know what's quite funny though, is the fact that you will rewatch Jaws every single year, and my calibre of what movie I would watch every single year is Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley version, of course,
of course,
or Dirty Dancing. I love Dirty Dancing so much.
I'm just going to shake my head.
Anyway, and as a bonus book to screen, this is actually a movie.
Well, okay.
A movie.
There you go.
See?
There you have it.
A
There you have
movie.
it.
I brought it back when it needed it. It's The Host by Stephanie Meyer.
You
There
have
we go.
mentioned that in passing
I have
before.
mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again because I love it, and I love it so. Her best work, and I'm going to say that controversially, as I know a lot of people love Twilight. The Host is a beast, but it's wonderful. I can't even remember if I saw the movie first or the book, but I see them as almost, they tell the same story, but they're almost two separate things, I think, in the way that I look at them. Like if I want a good chance to watch a movie and it's got a great soundtrack, it's got Imagine Dragons on the soundtrack, and I love Imagine Dragons. It's really good. So Saoirse Ronan, who was also in Atonement,
There's a pattern here.
and Max Irons, who was in The White Queen, which I've also mentioned before.
Yeah.
Turns out it's on Channel 4 OD, so if you want to watch it, carry on. But yeah, it was a story of sort of having your soul put into another body, and it just had something so much more about it that I enjoyed that Twilight didn't give me at the time. Controversial, I'm sorry.
What's controversial is
That I don't enjoy
the
Twilight.
love of a teenage girl and a 111-year-old
We don't
man.
talk about that enough, do we?
At all, in fact.
In real life, red flag. In books, people seem to enjoy that. Well, but yes, it's also the movie cover, which you'll notice is a running theme with me. That if I love the movie, I will love the movie cover. I just recommend you read it because it's so descriptive in the way that it writes. The movie is just great, and it's just a fun time. And it was one of those, I think, at the time I was like, I need a second one. But actually, I'm really happy.
You didn't really, did you?
No, I think I'm happy with the way it ended. I think, yeah, it's what I needed, and it's just really prompted me to reread it again. But that's me. Have you got any more? Any more for any more?
No.
Comment down below if you've got any other good book to film recommendations, and
Not
if you-
June, because
if
we
you
know.
think if you think the movie's better, or if you think the book's better, or if you think the TV series is better. As we've mentioned before, I really enjoyed The Handmaid's Tale, and I think that the TV series was better than the book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we can die on that hill.
I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
Well, okay, let's find another. We already talked about Lord of the Rings.
We're not talking about
No,
that again. No.
not again. Not again.
So don't forget to do all the things.
Yeah, like, comment, hit subscribe.
Because we like that. Subscribers, hello. All the new ones. We've had quite a few this last week. Hopefully on the next main video. So we try to release these every sort of, we'll say Thursdays as a rule. We should have some exciting news. Let's see
Teaser
what happens
right there.
I know.
Such
I
a
know.
tease.
So you come back now and maybe I'll have some interesting stuff for you.
We'll catch you next time.
Where Worlds Collide.
Bye.
Bye.